Good morning, everybody. Broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make videos and presentations about the joys of living in Mexico. Where it's Saturday. This is the first week of January, and this is January the 6th. And we all know what happened 3 years ago, but we're here and we have a lot of content to share with you this morning. I got an apartment. I put up a video this week on how to find an apartment in Mexico. And I used a special method, and I did some things, and I found a new apartment in Morelia. It's fabulous, and it only took me about 18 hours to find this fabulous apartment, and I'm going to share with you how I did it. The weather is great down here in Mexico. It's sunny. The temperature has really changed since this summer. Last night it was like 52 degrees. It's going to be a low in the 50s every night this week. It's just wonderful. Life in Mexico is wonderful every day. The weather's great. The people are great. Lots of things to do, food to eat, places to go. And we're so happy that we have all these people with us this morning. We got Dr. John. Dr. John posted this morning about 30 minutes before the broadcast. He's getting ready for the big snowstorm, got his snow blower out there. We got a bunch of people in the house early. We got Lenora Wilson in the house. It's cold and freezing rain today here in Baltimore. I can't wait to be done with this weather. I'm telling you, man, down here in Mexico, I'm going to walk outside after the broadcast with a t-shirt on and some shorts, go pick up my laundry along the beach. It's fabulous. Jack Webb, we're getting rain all over Kentucky. No rain here. It hadn't rained here in about 2 months. Won't rain probably for another 3 months. No snow down here. It's fabulous. Good morning, Flying GP. And Katie Ibarra, you're there. I don't see your picture. Are you having a problem getting signed in? Restart your computer and see if you can do it. If not, I've got all your pictures all ready to go. Let me know. Leave a message and let me know what's going on. She thinks, so she speaks. Katie, there you are. I see you. Aha. That's funny. Just hold tight. We have Katie Ibarra. Oh, I'm so happy to see her little face in my dashboard. Katie Ibarra is going to join us in about 7 minutes. And after she shares this fabulous property with us, then I'm going to show you my brand new house. Well, it's an apartment in Morelia. But she thinks, so she speaks. She says, good morning, everyone. Miserable and rainy here in Charlotte. You all don't have to live like refugees. Congratulations with getting an apartment so fast. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did it. Verlaine, I think about you every day. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to make this trip to La Paz. Yes, it's either going to be the end of February or early March. I might want to call you on the phone and ask you some questions about the surrounding cities. Mary Jane is in the house. Hola. Yeah, nice sunny and cold day in Denver. Good for you. And we got Matt Brazelton saying hello to everyone from Ajijic. And who is this? My transition to the Philippines. Good morning to you. Happy to have you with us this very fine Mexican morning. And look who else is in the house. We got Liston Henry in the house. Hello, Bill. Happy Saturday morning to you and your subscribers. Cold weather all day in North Carolina. And look who else is here. We got William Mustache Stone Man. Good morning from sunny Bucerias. And Bucerias is a fabulous place. I've driven through there on the main highway 1,000 times. Bucerias doesn't look like too much when you're cruising down the main highway. It looks like it's a big ghetto. But if you get off the main highway and drive a little bit towards the ocean, it's fabulous. And a lot of people don't know about it. Bucerias is right between Puerto Vallarta and Sayulita. So it's probably on a good day, a 15-minute drive into Puerto Vallarta. But William Stoneman, glad that you could make it and join us today. And we have Katrina the Maker in the house. Hola, Katrina. Always great to see you. Cody, what's he talking about? Bill, did you get your La Rosca de Reyes? Es un pan for Three Kings Day? Well, I live in this, as many of you know, I live in this big apartment building. And this building, these people that own this building, they must have a lot of money because they're doing all kinds of things. They opened a shop so I can go down and buy milk and like crackers and stuff like that. They put that fabulous deck up there with a workout room. You can see the ocean from the workout room with all this brand new equipment. But at 11 o'clock today, they are going to have that cake that you're talking about, Cody, for Three Kings Day. And for those of you that don't know what Three Kings Day is, it's kind of like Christmas. And that's the day that many Mexicans share gifts with the children. And it's January the 6th, and that is today. It's a big holiday in Mexico. We're going to bring on Katie Ibarra in about 2 minutes. We're early. We got 40 people in the house. Paul, hola, Paul. Greetings from our relocated home in Progreso, Yucatan. Good for you, dude. And we have South Africa in the house. Jacqueline. One day I'm going to learn how to say her first name. But Jacqueline, always great to see you in the house. Sayulita tomorrow for another week. And I'm telling everyone, if you go to Puerto Vallarta, you got to visit Sayulita. If you can afford to stay in Sayulita, just stay in Sayulita. There's a town right next to Sayulita called San Pancho, which is fabulous also. Sayulita, I love it. I could live there in a minute, other than the heat and humidity in the summertime and the hurricanes. Yeah. Brian, pretty boy, Maiden, he'll be here next week in Mazatlan. Good morning. All in the house here in Cumbie in PV. Oh, PV Monday afternoon. That's Puerto Vallarta. Woohoo. I know you're excited, pretty boy. And Senor Maiden, spread it around. You'll be in PV. You guys should get together. Senor Mexico, Feliz Año Nuevo from snowy and cold Baltimore. Snowy and cold. Oh, boy. With a broken toe and an infected skin, but nothing stopping me. Great attitude. And my neighbor in Sabalo country. And Sabalo country is where I live. It's where Miriam lives. And that is northern Mazatlan. But let's get to our special guest this morning. Let me get keyed up here. Here we go. Let's turn this off. And my old neighbor, Rosie is in the house. Ola and Rosie, I'm going to give you guys a call sometime soon, maybe today. Let me know. Email me and let me know if your phone number is the same because I want to talk to you guys. Rosie and her husband Chuck, they are wow. They lived in Ecuador. Then they moved here to Mazatlan. Then they moved to Querétaro. Then they moved back to Ecuador. I know they have some fascinating stories to tell. And then so she invited me to come down and visit us in Ecuador, and I'm thinking about doing that. Let me go to Ecuador. And my new neighbor in Morelia, and this is Big Dave and his lovely wife Maria. Ola Bill, it's a beautiful morning. He was helping me find an apartment. Katie, I'm gonna be with you here in a second. Good morning, Bill. We'll be heading to Mexico in April. We're thinking of buying a car. Is there anything we need to know? What's better to buy, used car or new car? Either one, but just do it here in Mexico because Mexico is a very strange place. Okay, so we have our special guest, and that would be Katie Ibarra. Talk to me, Katie.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. How are
Good.
you?
I'm very good, Katie. How are you doing this morning?
I'm great. Thank you.
Katie has a house for us in lovely Ajijic. Let's see. I call it a super condo, $330,000 US. You can see it there. And Katie, I mean, we've got about 17 pictures for the house. Katie, what do you want to tell us before we start going inside?
Okay. First, let's start with the location. It's a fantastic location on a mountainside in Ajijic. And Bill, I don't know if you're familiar with what is it called? Minhua Chinese food.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So this is just up another block or so from there. It's really the very last street before you get to the hiking trails up there. So
Okay.
it's a great location. And actually, you showed that first picture. It is the first picture they have out online for marketing it, but it's actually a house. It's a two-story house in behind this tower.
Oh,
The tower has condos and it's on the grounds of the gated community. But really, this is just showing you what you see from the street view. You go in through the secure gate. The parking for the house is under the tower. And then there's common pool and clubhouse. And then it's an independent house. So it's a little bit confusing, but we'll see in another picture a better view of the house itself. And this house is 330,000 US dollars, which is very competitive for that location and 3-bedroom, 3-bath. And for those who think in square feet instead of meters, let me share with you, it's 1,722 square feet.
that's big. And did you tell us how many bedrooms and bathrooms it has?
3 bedrooms and 3 baths.
Okay. What else? What else do you want to say, Katie, before we go inside?
I think that's it for now. Again, I said it's a great location. You could get down the hill pretty easy into Ajijic, but you probably want a taxi back up that hill.
Yeah. Okay. So here is the front, but this isn't the house, right? This is the condos in front of the house.
Exactly. You'll see in another photo here a little better the house, but this just shows you the street where you enter the secure gate. And then the units there on the front end of the property are the tower with condos, but you park under that.
Okay. And what is this?
Okay, so that's the community pool, and off to the side you see an entertainment area, kind of clubhouse, whatever you want to call it. So that's all shared for the gated community. But you see the house on the far side of the pool? That's the house that's for sale. It's a 2-story.
Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful.
It
And
has
this,
great
yes.
patio space. Yeah. All right, so you see there the ceiling right away is the big dome ceiling that's so beautiful in these homes here in the area. But the way it's situated, it looks out onto the gardens and the pool, and so you're in an open concept main living area there.
Okay. And as you guys can see, we're with Katie Ibarra, the realtor, and all of Katie's contact information is in the description below. So here we go.
Okay. So now just another angle of that living room. It has a nice drop ceiling fan to keep the air flowing, big sliding doors there to the outer patio, and that's a wood burning fireplace.
Oh yes, and if you live in Chapala Ahihi, you want that in the wintertime. That's a big key.
Yeah, December, January, that would be our cold time.
Okay, there you go.
Right. So if you just pivot around from where you were standing before looking at the living room, you see open concept into the kitchen that has an island, big fridge, and then the dining all right there
Uh-huh.
with its continued big windows and tons of light flooding in. And this house will come partially furnished.
What does that mean, partially?
Well, there'll be an inventory list. So there'll probably be some things that the homeowner is attached to that they'll want to take, but a good bit of that furniture will stay. So somebody who's coming into the area for the first time and maybe hasn't acquired anything for their home, it's great to know you're going to have a place to sit down and eat a meal or lay your head for a while. Maybe over time you can curate your own things that you love for the house, but at least you're not in panic mode with an empty shell when you move in.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, all open space, which is nice flow for entertaining.
Yeah, if I bought this house, I would just paint all the walls white.
Yeah, this person likes their color.
Okay.
All right. So this is the master bedroom, and you can see it's pretty spacious. There's a king size bed with bedside tables, and there's tons of room to walk all around that. It's not tight at all. A couple of big, nice windows, a ceiling fan, very spacious.
Okay.
And then this would be the ensuite master bath. So you've got a shower with enclosure and tons of storage, and again, a window for ventilation and light.
It looks super modern.
It does, yeah. And so now they're using one of the bedrooms as an office, you can see here. But it has, one full wall of built-in storage, and again, a couple of windows. So you're not getting one of these houses that feels like a cave and is dark. This has tons of light.
Uh-huh.
And there we go with a guest bath, and again, a full bath.
Okay.
Now this is the space I think I would be in all the time out there on the patio. Great for entertaining. It's big, it's covered, and it looks out into the gardens and the pool.
Is that the lake over there?
Yes, so you do have views just beyond. You can kind of see where that tower is at the front of the property, but if you look to the side there, that's all the lake.
Like you said, I would be out there all of the time overlooking the lake. It's an entertaining. I'd have a bunch of women out there with me in bikinis. Yes, right on. Woo! Katie Ibarra. And what is this?
So just a continuation of that large outdoor space, the patio.
Oh. Wow. And that's overlooking the lake also. It's like a long deck.
Absolutely. And given that our weather is so fantastic year round, you would, it's not that you would only use it a few months. You'd use this all year.
And for those of you that don't know, people say that Ajijic has the best weather not in Mexico, but in the world.
Yeah, we're pretty spoiled.
There you go.
There you go. You would get to enjoy this big community pool. And really, I don't think there's many units in that tower, probably just one per level. That's maybe 4 other residents. So you're not going to be crowded in the pool. Now, because it is a gated community and you share the pool and the grounds, there are monthly fees. I did the calculation with the exchange rate today, and it would be roughly $75 to $80 US a month.
Okay. Beautiful, 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 Katie. Thank you very much. Now, since we have Katie here, we like to ask her questions. We like to ask her three questions, three general questions about properties. And so we have three questions for her. And the first question we're going to ask her about buying property in Mexico is, will an agent show me houses if I am still just in the exploratory phase and not ready to buy?
Sure, absolutely. I do that all the time. Really, at that stage, what we're going to do is first start out and have a little chat and find out, where are they in process and what is it that they dream about finding in the way of a new home. But then I often will take them out to a few key neighborhoods so they can get kind of lay of the land and understand the characteristics of different neighborhoods that might be a fit for them. And then as far as seeing houses at that point, I have to be courteous to my colleagues and not schedule a bunch of appointments where they have to have their homeowners vacate for somebody who's really not ready. But what I'll do is find out if we've got some homes with my own agency that are on the market but not occupied. And then I can just take keys and we're not bothering anybody, but I could show a few of those homes. If not, then also we keep our eyes open for maybe some open houses I could take them to.
And for what it's worth, I've known Katie a long time. Some people say that James Brown was the hardest working man in music. Well, Katie Ibarra, she's the hardest working realtor in Ajijic. So you get an appointment with her. She's going to show you everything and tell you where you are. And then she's going to point out restaurants and places to buy stuff. So if you hook up with Katie for a day in Ajijic, woo, whatever. So let's go to the next question here.
Okay.
This question is, we have been getting more questions around closing cost. Could you explain a bit more on what buyers can expect?
Okay, sure. I think this is a point of anxiety for a lot of buyers because we can't give them an exact dollar amount until very close to time. And part of that reason is the closing costs are a factor of what the appraiser comes back with, which they go out maybe a week before the closing. So what we do is we tell buyers, anticipate roughly 4% of purchase price to be your closing cost. And so I pulled up an example statement that I had for a sale in June and thought, well, I've said it before on here, 4%, but maybe people would like to hear actual dollar amounts for an example. So this house that my buyers bought in June was 260,000 US dollars here in Chapala. And their grand total of closing costs with today's exchange rate would have been right around 10,000 US dollars. 6,000 of that is all government fees and taxes, and 4,000 of that is related to fees from the notario, which is the lawyer who acts kind of like a title company in the US and doing research that this person can sell the house, there's no liens, all that jazz. So if that helps a little bit for somebody to hear, 10,000 US dollars is what these buyers ended up having in closing cost on a $260,000 house. And when I did the calculation last night, that was 3.86%. So we're pretty close when we're telling them to anticipate 4%.
Okay. Let's thank you, Katie. Let's go to our final question, which is, I hear there are high capital gains taxes when a homeowner wants to sell their property. Is there something a buyer can do from the beginning to help alleviate this tax burden?
Yeah, absolutely. And when we say high, we're talking 35% of the value, like really
Oh,
high capital gains tax. So if you need to sell, you want to make sure you're going to be able to qualify for that exemption. And there's really three conditions that you need to satisfy. One would be that you've not used the exemption to sell another property over the previous 3 years. Two, you need to have a tax ID number, that RFC. And for a foreigner, that means you're first going to need a resident visa to get the tax ID. So that's two conditions. You've not used the exemption and you have a tax ID number. The third is proof of address. And they only accept three items. It's either your electric bill, your phone bill, or a bank account statement. And they want to see bills or statements that go back 6 months with your name and that property address. And that will satisfy the condition of having shown proof of address. But here's the thing, what the question you asked is, what can I do from the beginning? So what I do is, say for an example, it's a husband and wife buying and they're both going to be on the deed. I usually tell them, one of you put the phone bill in your name, one of you put the electric bill in your name. They say, maybe I'm not going to have a landline, I'm just using my cellular. Then I'll say, well, then the other person go open a bank account. And that way, you've got it set up correctly in the beginning. And it has to be for every name on the deed. You could even have where somebody's selling and one person meets all the qualifications, so they're 50% of the property they can exempt, and the other person doesn't meet it, and they would be hit with that big tax.
okay. Wow, Katie, you're such a wealth of information. We're always so happy to see you. And I had some guy email me this week. Well, I watch your live show the day after, but can you ask Katie these questions? So people are expecting you. We invite Katie, and she's so gracious to join us the first week of every month. Katie Ibarra, thank you so much, and you have a great January.
Thanks so much, Bill. You too.
Bye.
Here. Bye.
Oh, she's so funny. Katie is that girl. Wow, you don't know, man. Jack Webb has hung out with Katie, and you get with her, man, and she's gonna rock your world. Okay, now let's see what's going on here. Okay. Let's check some messages here. Hola, Mr. Stoneman. Yeah, Brian Maiden, I have William Stoneman's email address. And if Mr. Stoneman says it's okay, I can send that over and you guys can hook up should you want to do that. Both of them are in the Puerto Vallarta area, soon to be. Jack Webb, my Airbnb on next week's trip is just a couple of blocks from Katie's property. Woohoo! Michael Susie, I'm sure I said that wrong. Good morning, sir. Hopefully, just call me Bill. Hopefully going to check out Mexico next year for about 3 weeks. Trying to decide what part I should go first. Any ideas? Well, that's a very good question. 3 weeks. Woo! 3 weeks. I tell you what. I would go to Guanajuato. And let's take a look at the map here. And I'm going to hide that message. And let me get out the map. So you can see here, Mazatlan up here. You can see Puerto Vallarta over here on the coast. And you can see Guadalajara right here. Guadalajara is like a 5-hour bus ride from Puerto Vallarta. and you can see Guanajuato is a state, and it is a city in the state of Guanajuato. So it's called Guanajuato, Guanajuato. So I would definitely, you can fly in to Leon and go to the, Leon is the leather capital of the world. You could spend like 2 days in Leon, go to Guanajuato. That's like a 20-minute drive away. Then maybe I'm moving to Morelia. You can get a bus down to Morelia, check that out. So that'll get you through maybe 10 days of your, but then maybe you want to go to Guadalajara. They have lovely big giant plazas in Guadalajara, and you might want to check out the Ajijic Chapala area. That'll give you 3 weeks. And if you want to check out the coast, go to Puerto Vallarta. But if you go to Puerto Vallarta, be sure to visit Sayulita. There are so many places to visit in Mexico. Those are just a few, and I'm just learning about Mexico myself. Okay, Brian Maiden. Hola, senor. Okay. And we got Ken Art, and I believe that is Kevin Bacon. And I'm wondering, are you the real Kevin Bacon, like the movie star? What's the average cost to build in her area? And thank you very much for donating to the channel. That's how we make our trips. That's how we buy our equipment. And let's get rid of the map. How do I get rid of the map? There you go. Thank you very much for contributing to the channel. What's the average cost to build in her area? Ooh, let's go back to the map. Okay, let's get the map out. Okay, so here is Ajijic. Here's Guadalajara. Here is Lake Chapala. That is her area. And so if we zoom in here, you can see Ajijic right here. Here's Chapala. Here is Jocotepec. Katie will show you stuff all along this area. So I'm going to say, what's the cost to build? The cost can be very low. There's a place over here called San Nicolas de Ibarra. No relationship to Katie as far as I know. But if you build there, you can probably build like a 4-bedroom house there for like $80,000 to $100,000. Jack Webb, who is in the room, I don't know if he's working right now, but he just built a house in San Antonio. Maybe he can tell us. And here's Ajijic right here, San Antonio. Let's zoom in a bit and see if we can take a peek at that. Oh, there you go, right there. Here's San Antonio right here. Jack Webb built a house right here in San Antonio. So I'm going to say San Antonio is like a 5-minute drive from Ajijic, maybe a 5-minute drive from Lake Chapala, maybe a 25-minute drive from the Guadalajara International Airport. Oh, but I tell you what, let me get out of there. Let me turn this on down here. But I tell you what, Ken Art, all of Katie Ibarra's contact information is in the description below. Contact her directly. Just give her a call. And in the description, you can find her U.S. phone number, her Mexico phone number. I think her email is down there. And Katie is so giving. Katie is so, she's just give all the time. That's just the way she is. So call Katie directly. And thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Brian Maiden, I pay him $1 million a year to tell people to click the like button. And thank you so much for the advertising, Mr. Maiden. Rosie, Chuck just emailed you with the phone number. Thank you so much. I will be calling you. And as many of you know, as soon as I tell you what, this is the end of my week. Once the broadcast is shut down, I turn the lights off, put the camera away. And then I'm going to go pick up my dry cleaning, maybe a couple of cervezas. And after talking for an hour, hour and a half, man, it's just like I just sit in the corner like this. Okay. So I'll be reaching out to you guys very shortly. Let's see what's going on. Brian Maiden over here. Are they still doing the FMM at immigration or just stamping the passport? Somebody told me about that. I've my neighbors right down the hall. They're Canadian and their names are Leon and I forget. And they're like 70 years old and they've traveled extensively through Mexico. And he said they're just stamping your passport. And he just came out and told me that I talked to him like yesterday or the day before. They don't have visas. They just have the visitors, travelers visa. And they tell them they want 180 days. They live in Canada. They come down here and stay in this building for 6 months. But Leon said, they're just stamping visas. So that's all he said. Just giving a stamp. Terry Don, hola Terry Don, Happy New Year. And Jack Webb is giving up to cash. Thank you, Mr. Webb. I got to make it to Ahiheek and visit you and James and Rena. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. I don't know if you're at the emergency room or over in Hazard, Kentucky, or if you're in Lexington, Kentucky. Let us know and tell us how much you paid to build your house. Here we go. Axel Foley, he emailed me this week. For those delaying getting temporary residence, it's getting expensive. The Philadelphia consulate raised the economic solvency about by 1,000 from 2023 to 2024. What are you waiting on? Yeah, don't wait. And also, I did a video, me and Faylene did a video on how she got into Mexico with a 4-year visa with no money, no proof of how much money she made. It's a special program. This special program's been around since 2012. A lot of people don't know about it. But if you watch that video and if you email me, I'll send you a link to the video. Faylene tells you exactly what we did or what she did to get an immigration attorney, get into the country, get a 4-year visa, show no financials, no proof of income, didn't have to show any cash, and she just snuck in like that. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Jack Webb, I meant to send you a Christmas gift, but my Apple account ran out of money, so a week late. Thank you so much. Kennard, not the actor, but I know his best friend. Cool. That's funny. Bill, emo black like you. Okay. My dad was born in Youngstown before moving to L.A. Yeah, I have a cousin from Youngstown. I'm from Columbus. Your dad must be very smart moving from Youngstown to L.A. Okay, yeah, I'm a couple of blocks behind the hospital. Okay. Cody, how much is Katie paying you for the advertising? Me and Katie me and Katie are just friends. When I started making YouTube videos, I was in the Chapala Ahihic area. How did I run into Katie Ibarra? Somehow we met, and I just wanted to, help people learn about Mexico, and she had so much information. I said, hey, we can get together like once every 2 weeks, and you can show a house, and so we if you look at some of our early videos when I was in Chapala Ahihic, we would get together and we would go to these houses. I take my camera and she's narrating what's going on in the house. Take my drone, take drone shots of the neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. And then she started selling these houses. It's funny. We would make the videos, and then she started selling these houses. And the really cool thing about Katie is people would contact her about the house in the video, but maybe they wouldn't like the location. Maybe they didn't like the house. And she just keeps showing them all around Ahihic, Chapala, Jocotepec. And then they would buy stuff. So we've been doing this for about 9 months. So she started giving me like a 12-pack of Heineken. If she sold a house, she'd give me a 12-pack of Heineken. But now, wow, she's so far away. That's almost like an 8-hour bus ride to get to Chapala. So she doesn't have any way to compensate me now. So I do these videos with Katie just because she's so informative, she's so giving, and she's so good at what she does, and she has a lot of information that people on our channel can use. Very helpful lady. Richard, I would love to visit Mexico City, but I would never live there. Too many big earthquakes. Yeah, big cities kind of scare me. I've spent a lot of times. I spent a lot of time in New York City when I was at Dartmouth. My sister lived in Manhattan, and I knew New York City like the back of my hand. I used to give tours, but just too much concrete, too many people. LA, my second wife is from LA. I spent 10 years in LA. I spent 5 years working in San Francisco. Just too expensive, too big. I guess I should go to Mexico City and do a video about Mexico City, but it's so big. I'm scared. Larry LaFace. I did as you said. Oh, I contacted Kimberly Ann Cook. She has never answered any of my questions. Ooh, oh, that's not good. Sorry about that. She used to be very good. Call her. I've got her phone number there. Call her directly on her Mexican phone number. Her agency has a U.S. phone number. Call her directly and see how that goes. And Larry, if she still doesn't contact you, let me know and I'll take her off of my contact list. I don't want to have bad information. Working today in Hazard. Thank you, Jack Webb. Oh, Jack Webb. Here we go. Jacqueline, Bill, can you recommend and immigration attorney here in Guadalajara? Yes, they just stamped my visa. Okay, Jacqueline, here's what you do. Hold on a second. Jacqueline. I got your answer. Okay, here you go. Go to buildthegeek.org and then click on FAQs. And if you click on FAQs, you'll see a link. It's in the middle of the page. It says, My Mexico Immigration Attorney. He has helped hundreds of my subscribers get their visa. He has his name is Alvaro. Alvaro, he's gotten me 2 or 3 visas. His office is in Guadalajara. The first time I met him, I went to his Guadalajara office. But also, he helps people in the Ajijic Chapala area. And once a week, he goes to the Lake Chapala Society, which is smack dab in the middle of Ajijic. So if you go to buildthegeek.org FAQs, you'll find Abaro, my immigration attorney. He has 2 phone numbers, his email's in there. Contact him directly. He's helped hundreds of my subscribers get visas. Again, his office is in Guadalajara. Okay, let's keep on rolling here. Jack Webb. To build his place. Now, to build his place, it was $260,000. That's in San Antonio, right between Chapala and Ajijic, which is an expensive place. But I think it's a pretty big place because he has a couple of apartments in there. A couple of apartments. He lives in one. He's renting one out right now. Winfred Olabill, have a wonderful 2024. Thank you so much, you too. Dario, good morning from Central Coast, California. Glad you could be here. Michael, thank you for your input. You are very welcome. Don Cole, the world traveler, is in the house from Florida. She's always traveling all around the world. And then we have Jade. Greetings, Bill and everyone residing in Atlanta. Okay, now, I put up a video. I'm going to talk about my new apartment. I'm going to show you pictures of the apartment. And first, let's go to the map so you can see where the place is. The place is in Morelia. I did a short video about Morelia, about 3 or 4 months ago. And here is Morelia right in the middle of the map. I'm going to say Morelia is like a 3.5 hour bus ride from Guadalajara. I'm going to say from San Miguel Allende, it's going to be maybe a couple hour bus ride. Guanajuato, it's centrally located. Morelia right here is surrounded by 8 magical pueblos. And there are many there. I guess the government has to give them this title, these special cities. And near Morelia is where the monarch butterflies hang out. But anyway, so I visited Morelia and I just fell in love with it. The vibe was so cool. I just had to move there. So I made a video and put it up Thursday on how to find an apartment in Mexico. And my cousin used this method to find her apartment in Ajijic. And because she was living in Guadalajara, and she was kind of lonely there because there weren't many expats and her Spanish wasn't that good. So what she did is she went to Facebook and she found an expat group or many expat groups in Ajijic, and she just posted a simple message. It said, I'm willing to pay $650 a month. I want 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And that was it. And she got all kinds of responses. And now she lives in a house in Ajijic, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. She moved in there a couple of years ago. She's still, she got just what she wanted. So I replicated her idea. And Thursday night, I put up, let's see. Hold on. Okay. Thursday night, I put up this message on, there's a group, Facebook group in Morelia. It's called Morelia Expats. And I put up this message. I am looking for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in Morelia. I would like to pay no more than $500 US per month. I'm looking for fully furnished apartment. Right now, I have an excellent apartment in Mazatlan, fully furnished. Blah, blah, blah. I pay my rent on time. I work online. I need a quiet place, quiet. Thank you. So here I am on my Facebook page. If you don't know how to do this, you just go to Facebook, you click on groups, and then you just do a search right up there under groups where you see the magnification tool. I typed in Morelia, and you can see the groups that are there showing up on the right-hand side. The first one at the top is Expats in Morelia. Now, let me tell you how I really feel about Facebook. I'm not a big Facebook fan. Every time I make a video, I post it on Facebook to get more traffic, to find an apartment. But let me think about something here. I forget what I was doing. Maybe it was when I was writing Amazon books, and I did research about advertising. Yeah, I was trying to sell books on Amazon and Facebook. You pay them money, and they will post ads on there. And the more research I did about Facebook on all the data that they had, and it ends up that when you're on Facebook, Facebook is just collecting any information. I mean, you put a phone number in there, an address. If you fart, they record that. You burp, they record that. Then they put it into their database, and there's just something I find that isn't quite right about that. So I'm not a big Facebook fan. I post my videos on Facebook. Before I go live, I post image on my Facebook page. I've like 1,400 followers on Facebook, whatever. But never send me a message on Facebook because I never go to Facebook. But anyway, so I put my letter up on Facebook, and within 12 hours, this guy sends me a message. I mean, within 12 hours, this guy in Morelia sends me a message, a Mexican guy, and I didn't get the message right away. And I couldn't figure out how to get to the message, but I was looking at the message. But in Facebook, there's a little button you can click where you can call the guy. So I clicked the little phone thingy, and the next thing I'm on the phone with the guy. This is like yesterday. Now, I'm going to make another video this week about how this went down. But and he had a place. It was, I posted for 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The place he showed me is 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, which is not a deal breaker for me. I don't even really need 2 bedrooms. But if somebody comes to visit or something, they can stay in the other bedroom. But so here is, I'm going to show you pictures of the apartment. This apartment, I was asking for $500 a month. This place rents for $532 a month. So here we go. This is the place. Look at this place. They have this huge living room, kitchen. It's fully furnished. Look at the kitchen area and look at that view. It's on the 3rd floor, sliding doors outside of. Look at all that light. You can see the dining room table over there by the sliding door windows. Here's another kitchen shot, fully furnished, high ceilings, very clean, well equipped. Another kitchen shot. It's got everything: coffee pot, microwave, knives, forks. Here is the other end of the living room kitchen area with another a big giant sliding door. This beautiful yard in the back. I guess that's where I will be shooting my intros out there. I don't know what the street is like. I talked to the guy for like an hour, but I can shoot my intros out here. Here's another kitchen shot. That's going to be my office in July when I go live. I'll have my computer on that table, and you guys will be seeing me live from right there. The bedrooms have big giant closets. This room is where I will sleep. It's a king size bed. Here is bedroom number 2. Okay, now there's a bonus tip that I can share with you. The cool thing about this guy, he spoke total fluent English. When I called him, I started speaking with him in Spanish. And he sounds like a younger guy, like maybe he's 35, something like that. And he said, Bill, don't worry. I speak English. Just speak English. So this whole conversation was in English. He told me about the location of the place, what it had, Ends up, this guy works for a company and they rent apartments and Airbnbs in Morelia. So this place, when it's not an apartment, it's an Airbnb. And this is the best kind of person you want to contact when you're renting an apartment in Mexico. You don't want to contact somebody that just has one place for rent because then you're stuck with just that one place. This guy, he was telling me, okay, so this place is going to cost me 9,000 pesos a month. That comes to $532 a month. But he says, but if you want to pay $11,000 a month, that's like $650, $625. Well, you can rent a 3-bedroom house from me. I've got all kinds of properties. He was like a department store of properties. So but anyway, so we talked for an hour yesterday. I have to send him a picture of my permanent visa. He wants a reference, which would be my present landlord. And as a bonus, I'm going to throw in the manager of the apartment building that I live in. And he's ready for me to come. He didn't even ask for any money. I was going to offer him some money. He didn't even ask for any money. He says, okay, Bill, when you show up in July, we'll be ready to go. You've got your number. I've got your number. You've got my number. We're good to go. So I have what I think is a fabulous place. This method totally works. I put up a video on Thursday on how I did it. I found a fabulous apartment in 12 hours. And on this Thursday, I'm going to put up a video going over what I just told you, how I contacted him, the good thing about finding someone who has multiple properties instead of just one, and at $532 a month with the strength of the peso right now. This month I paid $815 for rent. No more. No more. I'm going to save like $300 a month. Yes. Yes. So whatever. Okay, so let's see what I'm missing out on here. Brian Maiden. It was a good video. Thank you, Brian. Dr. John, Bill is like a rolling stone that gathers no moss. Thank you. Dave, looks like a nice place. Do you know what part of town it's in? He told me, but he told me the name of the neighborhood, but I forget. David is my new neighbor. I'm sure we'll be doing some hanging out in Morelia. Wow, the place looks awesome. Once I saw Brian Maiden, once I saw these pictures, I just said, I'm ready. I'm so ready to move into that place and save a lot of money. Doc, Happy New Year, Bill. Thanks for asking Katie my real estate questions earlier. Thank you. Yeah, Doc emailed me, I guess it was like 2 days ago or maybe Wednesday. And it's funny. Okay. It's funny, people are getting used to seeing Katie the first week of every month, and people are starting to email me questions. So what I do is I break Katie's videos into 2 videos. I'm going to make a video about the house she just showed us today. That video will go up tomorrow. And then in the middle of the month, I'm going to put up another video just with those questions. And since we've started this, and I forgot today, you guys have to remind me this in the future, but next time we have Katie on, I'm going to just stop and shut up and let you guys ask her questions. So, but anyway, people look forward to seeing her. Okay, you can post his number. Okay, William Stoneman and Brian Maiden, I will be emailing you one another with one another's phone number. So, and we usually wrap up after about an hour, but we're going to go further today. If it's your first time here, feel free to ask any questions, leave any comments. There are no stupid questions or stupid comments. Just ask away. And if I don't know the answer, somebody here will know the answer. But what else? What else do I have to say? Oh, if you're watching the rerun, or if you're watching the recorded version of the broadcast, and if you would like to contribute to the channel, you can do it in the description below. There is a link that you can click the donate button. It'll take you into PayPal. And once you're in there, you can use PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, or American Express. Woo! And while you're here, consider clicking the like button. Click the like button. We got 56 people in the house, and we have 30 likes. And let's see what else is on the list. I'm feeling, I do want to share with everyone living in the United States. We have to make sure to vote this year because America, I'm an American. Yeah, I live in Mexico, but I got my U.S. passport. I care about America. I don't want to see it go down the tubes. I don't want it to be a dictator country. So it's very important that Republicans, Independents, Democrats, that everybody vote this year for Joe Biden because he's done a great job over the past year with unemployment. The GDP is up. He's setting records that have not been set in decades. So tell your friends it's very important because we do not want a government like the one that China has or North Korea has. We don't want that kind of government. And if we choose the wrong person, that's the government that we're going to have. So prepare to vote. Let's see what Axel Foley's talking about. Oh, okay. What's the quickest mode of transportation from Querétaro to Morelia? How many hours? Okay, let's look at the map here. Let's take a peek at the map. Okay, and I'm going to hide your message. Let me think about this. Okay, here we go. Here's Morelia. Here's Querétaro up here. Okay, let me think about this. Where's Leon? Oh, Leon. Oh, there. Leon is up here. Okay. Okay, let's zoom in some here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Now, the first time I went to Guanajuato, I took the bus to Leon. And once I got to Leon, then Guanajuato was a 20-minute Uber drive from Leon to Guanajuato. That's like 20-minute Uber ride. So I'm thinking that the bus would be about the same. So, okay, so 20 minutes. So here is Querétaro over here, and here is Morelia down here. I'm thinking maximum that should be a 3-hour bus ride. And I bet that's a direct bus ride. 3 hours. And I'm finding that I'm going to say 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay, now. And when I went to Morelia the first time, I think I went to Leon. I think that I took the bus to Leon. And then I think I took the bus to Morelia, and that was like 3.5 hours. So I'm thinking 3 hours. That's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, let's see what's going on now. Cody. Biden 2024. Thank you, Cody, very much in voting. You know, I talked about politics a little bit. Some people got upset, you know. So I'm hedging, and I'm holding back. I'm not going to say what I really think, but it is very important. Read those newspapers, hear what people are saying. If you can find a copy, read the Project 2025 paper. That's Project 2025. It'll blow your mind. Matt, thank you very much, so much for contributing to the channel. Thank you so much. That will help me on my next trip to La Paz. And the cool thing, another cool thing is, when I take these trips, I think like I'm taking longer trips. Once I get to Morelia, I can take a bunch of bus trips. But anywhere I go that takes more than 3 hours to get there on the bus, I'm going to fly. So the bus trips are very inexpensive. Plus, with my senior citizens discount card, I mean, okay, from here to Guadalajara, I forget how much that costs, but let's say it costs 600 pesos. I think it only costs like 400 pesos, which is like $20. I use my, and it's like 8 hours almost. So let's say it's 400 pesos, but with senior citizen discount card, that means it's like $10. That's not a big deal. But when I flew to Leon, I think airfare was like $237 round trip. Plus luggage, it was another $100. So that's like $327. I didn't know that I could use my senior citizens discount card. I could have saved $100. But what I'm saying is, once I moved to Morelia, that's saving me $300 a month. That's travel money. That's my airfare right there. And I have to be kind of cool on traveling because it does cost money. But But moving to Morelia is going to save me money. I'm going to like the place better. It's in central Mexico. I can go to more places. But wow, I'm going to save cash. Here we go. Oh, here you go. Jack Webb, since you're paying Brian $1 million a year to remind us to click the like button, I'll do it for $10,000. That's 1% of what you're paying now. Thank you very much, Jack Webb. That is very greatly appreciated. Okay, now what else is going on? Ray Garcia. Oh, there you go. Bus 2.5 hours. So I wasn't far away. 2.5 hours. Axel Foley. My husband Chuck and I took a van. I can give you the information. 3 hours in the van if you're interested. Okay, and I have both of your email addresses. So, Axel Foley, Axel Foley, I think you have my email address. So, if you email me, Axel Foley, then I can email, her name is Rosie, and we'll get you all hooked up with that information for one another. Mary Jane, thank you very much for just called super sticker. I need a sound effect for that. Thank you very much. That's funny, Jack Webb. Ray Garcia just returned from 5-city 10-day trip around Guadalajara. Morelia was my fave. Will return for the Monarch, but I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you guys, I tell you what, when I posted that ad on expats in Morelia, the people were not at all friendly. No. And that's the funny thing. People that sell real estate, people that rent apartments, Mexican people, they go to the expat sites on Facebook because they know people are looking for apartments on there. These are Mexicans on the expat groups looking for people that want apartments. They're doing it. And 2 people in the expat group were very rude. And one guy just said in the expat group in Morelia, he just said, "Here they come." talking about my post. It's like, oh no, people are going to find out about Morelia and then a bunch of people are going to come. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, here we go. Bill, can I get the discount card from the Mexican government with temporary residency or must it be permanent? I think temporary residency will do it, but when I say temporary residency, I mean a 1 year, a 2 year, a 3 year, a 4 year, or a permanent visa. Any of those will work. I don't know, and I'm going to say I don't think if you just have one of those 180-day visas, that's not going to do it. But the senior citizens discount card is a real bonus. I use it whenever I can. The bus is half price. I think depending on the airline that you use, I think it's 40 or 30% off. You go to movies for half price. You can buy pharmaceutical drugs for like 10% or 15% less. Whenever you go to an art museum, an art gallery or a museum, it's half price. I think when I went to the aquarium here in Mazatlan, I think that costs like 250 pesos to get in. That's like $12. But with my senior citizen discount card, I paid like half, which was $7. So yeah, so there's you go. That's what I know. Thank you, Rosie. Axel Foley, Bill, I saw the Morelia comments. Some were nasty. That's what I'm saying, man. So I won't be meeting those people when I move to Morelia. I will be leaving them alone. All right. The buck stops here. Hola, Bill y amigos. I'm happy to report I will be in Puerto Juarez, quiet beach town near Cancun next week. Do the 5. Hey, do the 5. Hey, hey, congratulations. I know you're excited. Mexico, I've been down here almost 20 years now. Yeah, I've been down here almost 20 years now. I still enjoy it every day. The weather's great. The Mexican people are wonderful. It's I can't afford to live in the United States. Now, there's something that came up in my mind that I wanted to say. I can't remember what it was, but I can't afford to live in the United States. To live like this, the way I live in Mexico, in the United States, I would have to get like 3 jobs. No, my sister said, well, she lives in L.A. What's the name? Oh, Marina. She lives in Marina del Rey in Los Angeles, and she said, you could move to L.A. and you could buy my condo, then I'd get another condo. Well, she bought her condo. She paid $500,000. She paid $500,000 for her condo. Okay. So if I bought her condo for $500,000, I don't have $500,000. So I'd have to get a loan for that. So I'd have to pay the mortgage company like $3,000 a month plus utilities. Maybe I would have internet. But for $3,000 a month, I would have to have 4 or 5 jobs that I don't like. I don't think so. I'm not doing that. But I love Mexico every day. It's nice every day. I've been here 20 years. Everywhere I go, I fall in love with it. And I could give it, everywhere I go, I can give it a week or 2 weeks. But some places call me more than other places. And I got to say, one reason that I'm leaving, where am I? I'm in Mazatlan. One reason that I'm leaving Mazatlan was the severe summer that we had. It was just so hot that you couldn't even go outside. It was horrendous. It wasn't that hot last year. I lived in Puerto Vallarta for 10 years. It gets hot in Puerto Vallarta. People don't go outside in the summertime. But I was looking at I made the Morelia video in August. I shot that video about August 15th. So in mid-August, I'm at the hotel in Morelia, and I'm up at 7:30, leaving the hotel to go shoot video in downtown Morelia. And I get outside. It's mid-August, and it's chilly in mid-August. I had to go back to my hotel room, put on 2 hoodies. So that's how chilly it was in mid-August. So this summer, I'm going to live good. It was like, but I tell you what, it was chilly at 7:30 in the morning. But let me say I'm going to say by 10:30, I could take off both of my hoodies, throw them in my bag, and it was like 72 degrees. And it only got warmer and warmer all day with no humidity. That's how I want to live. I don't want rain. I don't want snow. I want to live cheap. I only want to pay $500 a month for 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom and a nice, fully furnished place, living around very friendly, loving people. That's how we roll at the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We promote unity and love and joy. That's what we do, because that's what life is all about. Okay, now. Da 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 da. Okay. Da da da. Brian Maiden. Bill and all in the house, have a great weekend. And Week Bill, see you in 2 weeks. Brian, actually, that's a week away. See you in 2 weeks. Be there the 15th through the 24th. I'll be ready for you. I'm already making up plans for you, Brian Maiden, for when you show up. Axel Foley. Bill, were the Morelia nasty comments from Mexicans or from arrogant Americans or Canadians? I think they were arrogant Americans and Canadians, because Mexicans don't roll like that. Yeah, they don't roll like that. Yay, Anna Titan, my friend. Good to see you show up today. Haven't heard from you in a while. We have 56 people in the house, 35 likes. We got some contributions going on. Thank God. Okay, now. Oh, okay, here we go. Cody, how much is your cell phone bill for unlimited data in Mexico? My contract, Cody, is with the Telcel phone company. The big phone company is Telmex. Their sister, and so with Telmex, you get your internet, you get a landline, internet landline. I don't know if you can get cell phone through them, but their sister company is Telcel. And yes, I have had internet with Telcel. In fact, when I was in Chapala, I had internet with Telmex. With Telmex, you have the modem in your house. You're hardwired. With Telcel, with Telcel, it was like a wireless kind of thing where you were connecting to a tower. When I moved to Morelia, that place has internet. That price includes internet, electric, water. But anyway, so it comes connected. That apartment comes connected with internet, but I'm going to get my own internet service, and the internet that they have is 100 meg, which is what I have here. That's fine. But I'm going to get a different cell internet service just so I have two, because you never know, one goes down, and then I can't go live on Saturday. But now back to your question. Was, how much is your cell phone bill for unlimited data in Mexico? I pay 730 pesos a month, which is like paying $35 a month. And I've never had to pay extra money. They've never said, oh, and when I'm on the road, I use the phone a lot. Sometimes I use it as a hotspot for internet. When I'm on the road, I use it for hours and hours, and I've never had to pay extra money. I think I could pay less because I've had the same contract forever. I have a 322 area code. That area code is 322 is Puerto Vallarta. So I'm thinking I could probably get that same service for around $25 a month. So that's fine. That's fine. We got 57 people in the house. Click the like button. Freezing icy ass in Reno. Move to Mexico. Axel Foley. Let these Americans and Canadians know that Mexico doesn't belong to them. They are guests. Thank you so much. Miriam Newmark, my excellent cell phone service is with Walmart. Walmart, it's called Bait. Costs me 300 pesos a month. Unlimited data. That's through Walmart. It's called Bait. I could check into that. It's $15 a month. Thank you, my neighbor Miriam. Unlimited telephone to USA and Canada. Yes, when you get cell phone service down here, through using I use Magic Jack. So with Magic Jack, I pay for 3 years at a time. It's in the United States. I can call all over the United States and Canada, but I have a 415 area code for that. That's downtown San Francisco. I've had that number for like 20 years. It's great for my consulting business. People think I'm in downtown San Francisco. But with my Mexican cell phone, I can call all over the United States, Canada, Mexico, which, I mean, cool. And sometimes, or many times, the connection through my Mexican phone number is better than Magic Jack. Also, if you're not familiar with WhatsApp, before you come to Mexico, sign up with WhatsApp. It's free. WhatsApp is great for messaging. You can do video calls, and their connectivity is better most of the time than any cell phone service that I've used. It's called WhatsApp. Every Mexican in Mexico and most Americans and Canadians have WhatsApp. All right, Cody, 85 degrees here today in Mexico. That's what it will be here. Bill, LA Section 8 housing is now paying $700 plus for a 2-bedroom, and that's Section 8. I did papers. I have a master's in social work. I've written papers on Section 8 housing in college. Excellent service. They use AT&T cell phone, and that service is called Bait. 50 low here in Ecuador, high in the 70s every single day in Cuenca, Ecuador. It's the best weather ever. Right on. I've heard many good things about Ecuador. I think I'm going to have to visit and give everybody a full report on what happens. Again, folks, I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. We put up a video either every Sunday. If we miss Sunday, that video will go up on Monday. We put up a video every Thursday, and we go live every Saturday, and we travel and share the joys of living in Mexico. Magic Jack. Yeah, Magic Jack is still around. Thought it was deceased. Still a relic. Magic Jack, I have it on my cell phone. And in fact, I just renewed that service a few months ago. I paid for a 3-year contract with my Walmart card. Their service is pretty good. There's a couple, James and Rena, that join us regularly. I think they're from Reno. They just bought a house in San Antonio. But when James and they're very bright people, but when they moved here, James said, make sure that you have a United States phone number when you move here, which is true, because there are some things that you are going to want to do, some services that you are going to want to have through the internet or through your cell phone, where these firms want you to have a U.S. phone number. I have services like that, and there and some of these services, they want you to have a U.S. address. For some services, I use my sister's address in Marina Del Rey. But with my 415 area code, that is my United States phone number. So whatever. Beautiful day in Guadalajara from Jacqueline, visiting from South Africa, looking for a place to stay. Rosie, when we were in Morelia, they didn't like the Americans there because they said we run up the prices. In Querétaro, the people were happy to have the Americans, but I did another video, Rosie, when I was in Morelia with these high school students. I did a special video with these 4 high school students that I met in the plaza in downtown Morelia. And these high school students loved me. We did a video together, and they were just, "Oh, are you on Instagram? Can we see? Do you have an Instagram number?" And we spent like an hour. They just loved me. And in front of my hotel, I was meeting people. When I went to the shops, people in Morelia loved me. It must be you and your husband they didn't like. Axel Foley. The inevitable is about to happen anytime now in the Poconos. 8 inches or more of snow. That's funny, man. Yeah, you got to get out of there, man. Axel Foley, it's time to leave the Poconos, man. You don't have to live like a refugee. No more. No. Get out of there. Tomorrow. No. Ms. Sam, Ola. What we've all just been sitting here saying, "Where's Miss Sam? What we haven't seen her. What's she doing? Who's she been with? Where'd she go?" Happy New Year to you. Great to see you here in the house. Okay. Well, we've been at it for a while now. I'm preparing my next trip. Preparing my next trip, get my documents together for my move to Morelia, which is 6 months away. Planning what I'm going to take and what I'm not going to take, stuff like that. But all is good here in Mexico. And that's about all I have. My health is much better. I was deadly ill 3 months ago. I'm finally getting over that, if I'm not totally over. Okay, I'm going to check my note. Oh, Social Security went up. Ha, ha, ha. Yes, I get a Social Security check, and that went up some small percentage, but anywhere up is good. Okay, what else? I'm just looking through my list here. Okay. Oh, one thing alarming that I did read about was a human trafficking network that was happening in Mexico. And here's how it works. and this is, because I encourage young people to come down here and work online. But the way that this human trafficking network works is people are looking for jobs, and they want to work online. So the people that are advertising these jobs, they offer the people really good money. I mean, like incredible money. And then they have the people travel to a location where they're supposedly going to work. So what happens is they've been promised all this money. They get there, they get to this really nice place where they think they're going to work, and then they kidnap the people, and they force the people to work for free to do online stuff in English. And some people have reported that they give these people like a quota or some amount of money that they have to bring in online before they can be freed. But this is supposed to be one of the latest scandals in Mexico. They offer you a bunch of money, bring you into this wonderful place. Day one, they kidnap you and take you away and make you work online in English. And that's all I know. That's all I know. But other than that, folks, that's all I got for you today. So I want to thank everybody for showing up. Again, if you want to contribute to the channel and you're watching the replay, how do you do that? In the description below, just click the donate button. You can do it like that. If we had Katie Ibarra on at the beginning of our broadcast, she joins us the first week of every month. If you want to contact Katie Ibarra, all of her contact is in the description below. But other than that, all I got to say, somebody else click the like button. Thank you so much. Ken R 2700 plus. Okay. You are very welcome, Cody. Very welcome. Buck stops here. 58 watching, only 17 thumbs up. Smash the like button. We got Brian Maiden leaving me a tip on the way out of the door. Thank you, Brian Maiden, so much for contributing to the channel, contributing to my next trip and my move to Morelia. See you in a couple of weeks, Brian. Mary Jane, another great video. Thank you so much. I just want to share the joys of living in Mexico. This is what I do. I have nothing else to do but do this. Life is good. Life should be fun and enjoyable and filled with happiness and good weather and being around people that you like. Yeah, that's the way life is, and that's how I find Mexico to be. It's fabulous, and if I can live the way that I live, and save money too, spend less money, that makes me very happy. But anyway, I'm getting ready to skedaddle off to the dry cleaners. Let me find this. Okay. But broadcasting live. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for being open. Thanks for being nice to one another. Thanks for helping me share the joys of living in Mexico. Thanks for clicking the like button. Thanks for just showing up. Thanks for donating to the channel. Thanks for everything. We have a good time here, and I like preparing for it and giving you stuff that you can use. So I'm getting ready to skedaddle. Love you all. I'm Bill the Geek, broadcasting live from Mazatlan, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we like to share with you the joys of living in Mexico. Adios, hasta la vista, y que te vaya